For how long have you searched for a job before joining the job hunt?
Basically, what happened is I was teaching as a software development lecturer in a college, and it was very fun and I enjoyed it. Before that, I had some experience programming, but after a year and a half or so of teaching, about a year, I started to look again for jobs in the software area, in full stack development area, because I wanted to go back to development. Even though teaching was very fun, I wanted to go back to development. And I found out that having teacher in my resume is not good at all for me. Mm-hmm. I had no phone calls at all. Before I was a teacher, I had way more phone calls. But then when I added the teacher, I simply did not get any phone calls. Mm-hmm. I got like 1 or 2 every 2-3 months. So it wasn't really fruitful. I didn't really get anything from it. And I was getting kind of depressed about it. So I started looking up and then I found JobHunt. And because of the war, there was no Google reviews. So I was sketched like, why are there no reviews? And then I went to the talk, I went to a Zoom meeting with you, I think, and you told me that the Google reviews are not going up because of the war, because people are typing stuff on every Israeli company.
Google banned all the Google reviews since the war started for small businesses in Israel.
So, but then I just took the leap. And after, the first meeting, you explained everything very well. And then we started, going over my resume and I did not get any phone calls in the first publication. Mm-hmm. But then we went on to the resume and we changed it. And suddenly I did get phone calls and then we changed it again. And I got more phone calls. It was amazing. And after, I think only a month and a half, maybe 2 months, I think, I think a month and a half, I got a phone call, I went to the interview and I even got accepted the same day. And I mean, it was so easy.
Yeah. So what do you think before the joining the service, what was your difficulty? Because you have a software teaching experience.
The biggest difficulties was first crafting a good resume, I think. Mm-hmm. Crafting a good resume that will look good. And I mean, after you did the resume, I saw how off I was from the mark. But I tried, and the fact that I was a teacher really put a stick in my bicycle wheels, let's say like that, uh-huh. Because I could not move forward. I simply did not get any phone calls. And only after we made the changes to how I was a teacher and what I did. And the project told me to make new projects all the time, to upload them to GitHub so they will see activity. And I didn't know those stuff. I mean, I didn't know that projects were important, but I didn't know the importance of keeping them up.
You can tell me also, what do you think are the biggest benefits that you got from JobHunt?
I mean, the biggest benefit is getting a job. I mean, it's not a small thing. Getting a job is the biggest benefit because it doesn't really matter what goes along the way. As long as you get the job you want, in the market you want, that's the most important part for me by far. But I mean, you accompany along the way, you answer the WhatsApp, you helped me before I went to the interview. You wanted to do a simulation, we didn't have time, but that you gave me also the guidebook to how to answer questions, how to practice it, how to introduce yourself, tell me about yourself, all of those stuff. You did everything for me.